Since the moment humans first looked up at the sky and wondered where we came from, religion has been our spiritual compass, shaping how we understand the world and how we face our fears. It once gave us meaning amid chaos, taught us morality, and kept our communities united. But as science illuminates what was once mysterious, and as societies learn to build ethics without invoking the divine, a question begins to emerge. Does religion still hold an essential role in our modern world? Or has it become a relic of a bygone age? In the earliest days, humanity was surrounded by mysteries: thunder, disease, death, and dreams. Without science, religion became our way of filling the gaps in our understanding. Gods explained what we couldn't, and rituals gave us the illusion of control in a chaotic world. But over time, the veil of mystery began to lift. One by one, the things religion once claimed to explain, the origins of life, the motion of the planets, even the workings of the mind, were illuminated by reason and evidence. This doesn't make the world less magical. If anything, it makes reality itself more awe-inspiring, because it's real. Religion often claims that morality is a gift from God, that without faith, humanity would fall into chaos and selfishness. But history and science tell a different story. Moral emotions, empathy, compassion, cooperation existed long before any scripture was written. We see them in animals, in small pre-religious societies, and in people who don't believe in gods at all. This shows that morality isn't a command from heaven. It's a product of evolution and human understanding. We do what's right not because we fear punishment or crave reward, but because we recognize that another's pain is also our own. When goodness no longer depends on belief, morality becomes freer and far more genuine. From the very beginning, religion wasn't just belief, it was a form of power. When people feared what they couldn't understand, those in authority spoke in the name of the divine, creating laws, defining sins, and shaping obedience. Empires, churches, and kingdoms all claimed to rule by God's will. But behind that sacred image lay the suppression of thought, of women, of knowledge, even of the human spirit itself. Humanity's greatest leaps, in science, human rights, and equality, came only when we dared to challenge religious authority. And when faith is no longer used to rule others but to guide ourselves, it can finally return to its most humane form: compassion. Religion often speaks of love and compassion, yet in practice, it has drawn some of the deepest lines between people. When one group believes it holds absolute truth, everyone else becomes lost, sinful, or condemned. From that belief come wars, persecution, and violence, all carried out in the name of God. And within the individual, religion plants a quieter fear: fear of doubt, fear of thinking differently, fear of punishment for simply asking questions. That fear traps people in a cycle of illusion, of rewards and punishments, instead of letting them face reality as it is. When we stop dividing the world by belief, we begin to understand each other, and finally, to be free. For centuries, religion has claimed to understand the universe, life, and human destiny. But as humans began to examine these claims with reason and science, many ancient beliefs could no longer stand. The Earth is not a few thousand years old, it's billions. Humans were not separately created. We share common ancestry with all life. Miracles, when rigorously tested, fail to provide convincing evidence. Holy texts reflect the limited knowledge of ancient times, not timeless truth. If a scientific theory failed so consistently, it would be discarded. Religion persists not because it is true, but because it is shielded from questioning, maintained by tradition, fear, and social pressure. Religion once held many essential roles, explaining the world, guiding morality, providing meaning, offering comfort, and uniting communities. Today, all of these functions can be achieved through other means, often more effectively. Science explains nature with precision. Secular ethics are grounded in empathy, reason, and human rights. Meaning arises from actions, creativity, and relationships, not from divine plans. Communities form around shared interests, values, and goals, without requiring supernatural belief. When all of religion's core roles have better alternatives, the question becomes, why does it still hold such influence? The answer lies in habit, tradition, and fear, not in humanity's real need. Religion once helped humans cope with fear and create social order, but the conditions that made it necessary have vanished. Clinging to old beliefs now is like holding on to a child's toy when you've already grown, comforting but no longer needed. Humanity is ready to live without myths, face the world with open eyes, and take responsibility for its own future. Meaning, morality, community, and hope can all be built on truth, compassion, and reason, without supernatural intervention. The era of religion as an essential tool has passed. The next era is one of wisdom, empathy, and the courage to face reality as it truly is.